Okay, we're back. Don't think it's a blame. Welcome back to our show. Guys are doing well. They're having a wonderful day. And 7 July 2005. Today we had a beautiful day outside. We had work. We just finished doing a TikTok live. That's also super cool. That is pretty much it. Don't blink, yes you blink. Welcome to the Story Show. Doing well for that, having a wonderful day on its 3rd July 2005. A little bit of an intro for you guys. So we had work this morning. We just finished doing a TikTok live. We came back at around 11:30. We were live for 40 minutes, and now it's raining like crazy. So insane because when I was doing a TikTok live about, I don't even know, not a long time ago, it wasn't raining. So kind of cool. Don't blink, yes you blink. Welcome to the Story Show. Because doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 7th July 2005. We finally don't have problem with the towers, so that's good. And it's raining really hard, which is crazy because I just did a oh, I got a pimple. We just did a TikTok live and it wasn't raining, so the fact that it is raining as hard is kind of cool. There you go. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. You're gonna hear me in the content. It's supposed to have some thunder today, so I'm hoping for thunders. Don't blink if you're bleeding. Welcome to the show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 7th July 2005. We just had a downpour, which is crazy because I made a TikTok live at 11. It was 12 o'clock. We made it for 3 minutes, and then we took a little break to upload some videos, and then it's raining hard, and now it stopped raining. So yeah, kind of crazy thing. Today, we're talking about a subject that is kind of hard to talk about. It isn't the most pleasant of things. We're talking about loneliness and why loneliness is one of the worst things in the world. Now, I want to make it clear. When I made this video, when I thought about this video was last week. Right now, we're surrounded with people. I have amazing friends. My community is there. They were super there for me today, yesterday. Super present for me. They love the hair, which is great because I want to talk about loneliness because there is time where I still feel lonely, and I want to talk about how much of it's how hard, not how hard it is, but how crazy, because you would think that loneliness wouldn't be one of the hardest things to do, but why is it one of the hardest things to do? I think first of all, what is loneliness? I wish I had ChatGPT. I wish I had ChatGPT. I'm gonna start. Oh fuck. If I do that, I'm not gonna be able to do the 3 towers. God damn it. Loneliness is kind of crazy because you can be a room full of people and still feel lonely. Um, so the offset of the loneliness was during the 24th June 2025. You guys remember we had a concert. I recognized some people, but didn't recognize me, which is okay because I didn't talk to these people in years, you know. So yeah, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts because this is really the first time I felt lonely in a while. See, when it was last year and I was obsessed with making content, I was lonely. Did I feel lonely? No. Which is also a weird thing because then it's completely psychological. There's time where you're supposed to feel that way and you don't feel that way. So something that affects you. For example, depression. Most time you're gonna feel depressed, right? Loneliness is this crazy thing where there's no clear. When you're depressed, you're like, okay, well, I can tell why I'm depressed. I can tell why I'm sad, right? And then when you talk about lonely, you're like, I don't understand, because I'm not lonelier than I was this morning, and this morning I wasn't feeling it. So there's like almost a set of, like almost a switch. We saw a small video. Oh, super nice, amazing. A good friend of mine commented, look how dark it is. Yeah, I'm hoping for thunder, but I'm not sure. It'll be crazy. And it was showing how different, so for example, anxiety, depression, loneliness, anger, happiness. They did a what should I call it? It's kind of like a heat vision where you see the body part, but it's more so how the body is activated, what part of the bodies are activated. So neurons and the part that makes you feel stuff. Neurons are actually kind of cool because they're making you feel emotion, but they're also making you feel physical pain or physical warmth or shit like that, you know. So it's kind of really cool. They're your sensors, and they were showing how they were activated, and it showed how differently it was activated. So that was kind of cool. But with loneliness, and it's such a weird thing because I'm supposed to like loneliness because when I was a kid, I chose loneliness. When I was a young adult, I chose loneliness. When I moved in an apartment, I chose loneliness, you know. And most of the time, I'm choosing loneliness. Somebody, funny the TikTok comment there, they're insisting that we keep a streak on. I don't really know them, so I'm like, dude, you know. Look at it. Am I still recording? I'm not. Oh, for fuck's sakes. You're such a dumb... I hate you. You are. Okay, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I thought it was a not recording. I just changed the place. And I changed the place for the worst thing. One of the worst positions possible. Loneliness also affects all of us as a society. And of course, you can tell that... it's such a weird thing. Because this is one of the things that you know exactly what it is, but you know, I don't know how to explain it. Everybody in the world will feel emotion. That's normal. And everybody in the world will feel some of the same emotion at different time. It's kind of life, you know. The craziest thing is, for
Hi,
example,
Mom, I'm so sorry.
pandemic and how
That's
lonely
okay.
people
So
felt.
I canceled my appointment.
And
Okay.
how many people
Now I'm waiting for
really were
you
deployed
to
with that.
answer me.
And
Okay.
Canada,
So,
but
you
also
can
in
come on
most of the
Tuesday
countries
at
that are
12 o'clock.
that have winter,
Mom,
there's something called a
Yeah.
seasonal
We'll do the
depression.
same thing as we were
cannot go
going to do
out.
tomorrow. We'll just do it
One of the
Tuesday.
reasons that you can go out is,
Yeah.
and
I
even
did-
then,
I asked
was talking
that
about how
I said it's
it
not
feels
really
lonely
fair
in
that
room
you
for
put it
people.
first.
But it's not that.
But he
Sometimes
told
you
me
feel
something about priorities, like
you feel like, for example, like a concert. You go to a concert, right? And you don't know half of these people. You don't know
Doesn't matter, Stefan.
10% of these
Okay,
people.
I'm sorry, Mom.
You're all there for the same thing, you know.
Okay, so
And
if you
it's kind
confirm
of nuts.
and-
It's
and
kind of
I'm
really
waiting
nuts.
for Theo.
And then
I'm confirming
at the
right
same
away.
time,
Yeah, as soon as
you feel
he answers me,
surrounded by
I'm
people
gonna
that
text.
have
Please
common
text me-
interests,
text me like
right?
a
Or
check mark
right
or
now it's
something.
Comic Con in Montreal,
Yeah.
so the Comic Con
So,
is for people
on
that like
Tuesday
anime.
at 12 o'clock.
And the cool thing
Because
is, with the
I'm
Comic
gonna
Con
start
is
working out
also
right
a group
now,
of people
so
that
I'm
have
at
the same
answer, but
the same
I'm
interests
confirming.
as you.
Trust me.
You go to the gym.
Okay.
The gym is
Mama.
people that want to get in shape.
Yeah.
You go to
How-
your
how's everything?
a
Everything's
movie.
okay?
We're all going to see the same
Yeah.
movie.
You know what?
You're going to
Tuesday.
a
When I'm gonna see you,
card
I
check.
have a
You're
huge
taking
surprise for you.
tournaments. You're always doing that.
Okay,
Yeah.
happy.
A huge
And then-
surprise.
But the loneliness is
Okay.
also.
You're gonna
for
freak
example,
out.
right? When you feel
Okay.
sad,
You better
what is the
bring
remedy
some
for
snacks, or I think you're gonna cry.
sadness? Can you feel too sad, too happy?
Can I tell you a little hint?
Not really. The remedy for anger, right,
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
is relaxing.
Okay. I love you,
too
Mom. I'll
relaxed.
see you Tuesday.
Not really,
What do you mean?
right?
Would you like me to bring
But then
something?
Nothing
The opposite
happened.
of
Nothing
sure?
loneliness
happened.
is being surrounded
Pardon?
and being
You
social
sure?
and
Yeah,
being
yeah,
with
yeah.
your peers.
Awesome. Maman, passe
Can
une belle
you
journée.
be
And
too
be
social?
careful.
Yes.
If you can
Because then you
stay
have
in,
something called
stay in,
social
because
barrier, which is
we just had a
your-
warning.
your,
Did you see your phone?
tolerance into being
Yes.
room full
Ça
of
va être
people,
terrible.
you know. So this is actually pretty cool.
En tout cas,
This is actually really, really cool.
Okay, happy.
Because
Yeah.
this is
Maman, I love you.
one of the only emotion that doesn't really have a countermeasure, right?
My way or the highway.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Ciao.
It kind of really sucks, but hey, at the same time, it doesn't really matter because all of this, right? All of this is all matter of facto, but really matter of facto. For example, right? You have friends. The thing with loneliness is you'll call friends, and if you don't have a big group of people, you'll always call each other, right? The thing with loneliness that's kind of cool is if you're lonely, people chances are that other people are lonely. So it's like, hey, you want to go out? Like, okay, let's go.
Now,
And it's
what we
it's
did, we
more
made
so a
ourselves a little
case
sandwich.
of yeah, let's just chill because I
I
feel
was waiting for the
I feel
thunder.
lonely, right?
I was waiting for a while.
With
Now,
with
feel
me,
like the weather reporter
there's been
fucked up
times
once again.
lately where I feel lost.
So, I
for example,
officially,
when I started the job,
in
thinking,
this
I'm gonna make
video,
some new friends. But then
offer
I
my
started the
candidature,
team that I had,
or
and
I
even
offer my
then,
CV
even if I was like
as a weather reporter.
and the concept is kind
I'm
of
sorry,
crazy
you
because
done fucked it up.
I have social.
We are eating a
And then
sandwich.
you get a
guys,
job of
remember?
temporary.
And the
Right? So I'm like,
beginning
okay,
of
well,
the
those
video,
social interaction,
I'll talk about
social
how I hate
relationship.
coaches and
If I
those
get
two
one
places.
friend, I'm good.
Well,
The rest are possibly
give
gonna be
yourself a little bit of a
more,
recipe with some chips. some
temporary,
mayonnaise and
right?
cheese
So it's not
and
really
piece of
worth it.
bread.
For example, also social media and meeting
weird 'cause
people.
I just
I
cut my hair, so
know.
maybe there was an air in there. I should wear
Well,
a
I can be
hairnet when I'm
surprised, of
cooking,
course,
but I
but
wasn't cooking.
I know our
I'm
negative
just
states.
studying straight up art.
I had a person
And yesterday blocked me because
the
I
good
wasn't
thing
going to
you-
her live enough for her.
You're doing a part 2?
And I was like, dude,
You should watch the
that's
part
kind of
1.
crazy, right?
Okay.
Or
I didn't do it.
there's a person, and today I had a live.
So in my
And
mind,
then it's such a fucking mentality, a shitty mentality.
Oh, by the way.
I'm going to this person live a lot, and then today they just came and they just left.
no, it's
And I was like,
actually pretty freaking
my
nice.
first thought was like, okay, well,
Look, he is right here.
it's because I'm talking alone,
Okay, he is
right?
right here.
So today I feel lonely.
That's noise.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
The girl,
Because
she blocked me.
I had a lot of people in life, and I
On
talked to a
both
lot of
Twitch
people, which is
and
cool.
on both TikTok and
I
Instagram.
also
Now,
spent a day with my mom.
why
So
is
I
the number
prepared
part
myself
two?
to be like, yo, I'm
Well,
gonna
you
have
used
a
to do
conversation,
it,
I'm gonna have
that's what
social
we
life with my mom, you know. But then
Well, because-
you have a life, and that's kind of cool. But
I had been blocked
when the
before
life is closed, you know,
by people.
and then it's kind of complex because how much social you need, how much social you don't need. There's days when
I'm
you
not
don't
supporting,
feel
they think I'm not doing something
I feel
else.
like today because
Yeah.
it's super rainy, you feel
For
kind of
example,
stuck at
her-
home, you know. And again, I'm talking about seasonal depression because I'm stuck at home,
She answered.
and I go out, like I see people, you know.
We're going to do TikTok live.
Then what is the remedy? So you go talk to people,
and
right? But when you talk to people, you're talking, and
I never
I don't think it's nice.
people
I
to
don't think
come
it's bad, but I don't think it's nice.
I shared a live for the
You
first
talk
time.
to people, right? And you
For
talk
the
to your
first
friends.
time I shared live.
They're working, they're busy.
On the
It's like,
24th
oh, okay, well, I'm
June
gonna talk to other people.
2025.
People I don't really talk to.
Wanna know why?
And kind of the moral
Because it was
wrong thing to do is you talk
Quebec.
to a bunch of people because you're lonely.
With the French
You
heritage,
just want to talk to these people.
I was afraid that people were going to come in and they were going to be a bit drunk.
And that's kind of stuff. That's that kind of stuff.
So I'm
Kind
going
of
to have a lot of people come
Because
in.
I feel-
need a mod.
I feel like
I said it to my mods.
real
you know?
strength come from within.
And there it is. This is the
somebody
only
that's
time
going to
that
be
I
able
really-
to be on
And
their
then,
own and to
even
be
then, you know what's insane?
secure on their own, but
I
also
said my French mod.
instead of entertain.
Because
Like
it was
for
gonna be
example,
French holiday.
for food.
Like home, like for example,
Right.
I sent to Jordan
I
Sherman.
have enough
She's a
food
really
to last
close friend.
4 or 5
I love that
months.
girl.
So I constantly go
And she's also
shopping.
French Canadian.
Well, I constantly
Like,
go
yo,
shopping because
I don't know what you're doing from Saint Jean, but chill it.
I constantly go shopping
It was the only time that
because
I
I'm in a position where
shared with her, whichever
I'm
ads,
like,
because she's also
kind of need to go
like
out.
comes
Kind
in.
of need to go buy
She's
some
not
food.
French Canadian.
And
So,
even then, this is kind of like one of the craziest behaviors.
The reason why we're doing this part 2
You're so used to buying
not
some
to
food
come
and
in and she blocked me. It's to
it's hard to tell
say,
your
well,
friend
really
you
close
don't
friend.
need food. You have enough
So
food,
that's
you know.
close friend because we started at that people that talk.
Because it's in the behavior, it's in your pattern. Go to
Which I'm not
shopping
good with
and
feeling
go to
like
shopping
people
and buy some food and shit.
Right. And
Yeah.
even though our lives were kind of boring because
Yeah,
she's
she's
shy.
kind of crazy. It's kind of nuts, to
Or-
be honest. But then it's no
one of those
behavior.
people that's a good listener.
And like
So people that are
When you
good
go to
listeners,
school,
sorry
right?
for this noise.
the phrase
People that are good
what
listeners
those
are going to be
things.
great talker, but
You're gonna
we
make
have to
some
start a
friends.
conversation.
You're gonna be learning.
So I
You're gonna
had
be
to come up with a
making some
subject. I had to
friends.
come up with something
Right.
for her.
And even as a kid, you have your kid and
You know,
kindergarten,
or-
right? And this is also some kind of like
Other things, for
almost
example,
twisted, almost ironic.
things that are making me.
You're gonna have your kids in the
upset.
kindergarten.
See, like I told
Why?
you.
Because you want your kid to be able to
have
function in society,
cats.
to make some friends. But then
Right.
you're taking
And the
kids
flies that come on the
and
cab.
you're basically teaching them
look
that
at-
okay, well,
look at-
you constantly need to be surrounded with people, right? We don't really teach kids to be
Go on the
self-sufficient.
cab.
We don't really teach kids to be okay on their own, right? But then it's kind of counter nature.
It eats that
My
skin,
apologies.
so-
Kind of
There you
counter
go.
nature because we're social beings, right? We are very extremely social.
Am I pissed that she blocked me? No.
Even if you look
Because
at
the
the
person
very
that we
beginning,
were friends
we
with
created
We're
society,
the same person.
created the
And this person in particular,
nation, created a group of people.
and this is why we're making this
now.
video.
And this is
We're
the
more
beginning.
calm,
And
we're more
Of course, there's a chance of survival.
in
which is
tune with my
higher.
feelings.
Right now, we're doing we're watching.
What do we
Squid
mean
Game,
by
which
my
is a lot
feelings?
of
When I made the
Christmas
first video, I was
society,
depressed. I was
right?
depressed, and I was like,
And
yo.
then,
and then
and the
in
show,
my space. So the first
you
video
really
we did
feel
in
like some people are
winter,
feeling lonely
in
because they
winter,
don't know
I
who to
was
trust.
coming off of depression,
and because they don't know who to
October,
trust, they feel alone.
and
so
the depression.
this is why we needed a
was,
description
in
for
all honesty,
a
description for lonely
burnout
is
right? Super important
so
because
we faced off with a huge,
you can be
huge
lonely
problem.
in a room full of people.
One time when you're
then
depressed,
being
you're
lonely
gonna be
is not
wanting to
being
be
alone,
alone. You're gonna be wanting to
it's a
be
big que-
on your
trust it.
own and
Is
just
it-
doing your
I
thing.
feel a
and
certain emotion
when
I don't know
somebody
what to
is
talk
social,
about.
right? Social batteries is a hard thing to maintain when you're depressed.
tough.
You
I
have mood swings. You have. It's funny because
it was my
they
friend
took-
anniversary with
This is a
him.
true story too.
So we
They took a. I don't know the name of the channel. I avoided they
Social
took
media,
a
it's
graph,
simple
right?
trauma.
And they did the.
It's not a big deal.
brain activity.
And then today it's like
They did the
what
brain activity and it is for
wrong?
people with anxiety.
And I'm like,
people
don't worry
with
about it, it's
depression.
okay. And then
You
think
can
that I
tell.
want to
You
talk
can
about it
actually
because I
tell
want to
physically
water.
speaking.
Right.
How it
Like,
affects the
do it,
brain,
which
which
is
is
for
for
you.
you.
And I'm like, I'm okay.
My
Which is
apologies.
it? I see. It's also the thing. So to me, this was kind of insane because I'm like, for example,
you'll
but at the same time, when it needs to be okay,
what
you'll
I
push away
think
people
we
the
saw the
most.
and that was also
So when these people tell you I'm okay,
was
and like, okay, well I know you're not that you're lying,
Because
and
I was
sometimes
not
it's lying,
able to
but sometimes it's
manage
the truth.
emotion.
For example, yesterday, yes, it was a drama,
thing
but
bothered me a lot.
so dumb. A person that I used to talk to every single day, and we were
I was
friends.
dating a girl,
We stopped
right?
being friends
And
because
she
she
was
didn't.
like,
She
hey,
stopped talking to me. Then she started doing live, and she was
would do live
telling me to
with you.
come
So I
here,
would talk to
come to
her.
the live, to come to the
And
live.
she would go live.
It's too much.
And,
You're sending me 4 or 5 invitations per day.
We're talking through there.
Share. You're
right?
sharing your shit.
And then
It's
we
too
were
much.
dating,
And then she blocked me.
And then I was spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Which means I would never be. We were never friends with.
But she'll ship.
Now, losing a friend, kind of shitty. Losing a friend that wasn't really a friend. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You're gonna keep people
I
around
was
that are
talking
not
to her.
true friends.
Because she was on TikTok and she made a video like she was sad.
So then, if you think
I
that
reach out to her
I'm
and I'm
being
like, hey,
dishonest,
are you doing okay?
Because usually I'm being dishonest
And she's
when
like,
it comes to.
I'm gonna go on live if you want to talk.
Usually I'm being dishonest when it comes to that. You know.
First I'm like,
And is it
okay,
bad?
but
Yes.
I
you
want to
should
talk to
be
you.
dishonest. No.
I'm worried about you. And I don't want.
But at the same time,
First of all,
it's part of.
we're talking right now. Second of all,
I don't know.
I want to talk about
It's
people
part of
that
us
are
as
private.
well.
Maybe you don't want to talk about.
As a micro society, right? I just realized that I'm not uploading. Now,
Live.
when I
So
mean
now,
micro
I'm gonna have to
society,
talk to you
and this is also
now.
important because you talk about loneliness. I think that if I'm going to do a video on loneliness, I have to talk about being well surrounded and being socially like in a good place.
Go to your life.
I
and
think one of
hope
the
that
bad
after your
thing
life, they talk
is
about your problem. Someone to help out. You know,
you
it's a
have
lot of
your
work.
own inner circle. Like for example, you with your own friend.
Like, okay, fuck
so
that.
even though society as a whole
You went in,
is your
went in.
your social
It was a good
ground,
time, the life was okay.
it doesn't mean that it's your
Good.
social ground.
People were
Your
coupled, like,
micro
they were
organics
just
or your micro
we're making
society,
fun of- well,
which is your
not
job,
making
your
fun of
family,
other
your
things
friends. They're your
Because I know
society,
somebody I
right?
tease them a lot.
And then you're just part of a broader
no,
thing.
I like
For
you
example,
because I tease you.
talk about how when people ask me if I'm French Canadian, I'm Canadian,
It's my way.
right?
Kindergarten,
But then,
usually
politically
love.
speaking, what am I? Am I
So,
from Canada? Well, I'm more from Quebec.
You should block me.
Am I from Quebec?
Now,
Well, I'm more
technically
from
speaking,
Montreal.
we had
Am I from Montreal? No,
like,
I'm
for
from
example,
the
one of my
Chine.
first
You know,
social media
so
friends,
degrees,
like real
and
friend.
then my true community. What would be in real life would be
obsessed with making content.
my city, which is
Because
the
I was obsessed with
right?
making content.
But then
We started
that's
not the case.
very
That
close
is
to
not
not the
the case.
case
About making content.
because then you
Now,
realize that
the craziest thing is
the Chine is pretty small.
Sometimes
And then
maturity
you would go
is
to
not
Montreal,
equal.
which is
maturity
your
is
island
understanding.
Montreal.
I live in
So,
an
for
island
example,
Montreal with a guy that was
you'd realize that, yo,
constantly
this is kind of my city, dude. This is kind of my island,
His
right?
girlfriend was pregnant.
But it's huge. It's huge. And then,
His girlfriend
at the
was
same
pregnant.
time, your
Not
the
his
social,
girlfriend, his wife.
socially speaking,
I
your
should say.
circle is as
Oh,
big as you
no,
make
they're
it,
gonna ask
right?
you to
For example,
update
since we don't go out a lot,
The
then
software every single time.
it could be a case
Oh,
of
no. Oh,
I don't
no.
really feel like this is my city
No,
because
it's
already
fine.
when I'm going
Oh,
out,
no.
it's already a
They're gonna
lot,
ask
you
you
know.
non-stop to
For example,
update the software.
somebody that doesn't go
They'll
out,
give you like a notification.
they go out a little bit,
shit.
and like, holy shit, dude, you went out.
What are like doing?
Right?
Because I'm filming.
Which is
Because now we have to
kind
wait
of
for an hour.
nuts in itself.
That way we don't have to
kind of
post
nuts,
on
to be
TikTok.
honest.
The
But
tower.
it's so cool. It's so cool because
Made me feel the same thing.
an hour upload
Because when we were,
it's so cool because
where I
you
was
are in charge
gonna go
of
work, and I was like, okay,
your
well, I
own
can no longer subside myself. I
kind
can no
of
longer
balance,
survive
right?
on my slaving. I need to find a job, and then content creation.
There's
is
time in
a
life
thing.
where you're like, I have enough friends.
Like shit.
And there's time in life when I need
So
more
before
friends.
that, I knew it was
With
coming,
content
so
creator,
like,
kind
okay,
of,
well,
you can
let's
see
put the
that.
content, let's put the content,
You can
let's
see
put
the
the content,
mods.
let's put the content,
Like,
let's film.
for example, mods are a big thing. So mods.
Which is why we did the video of running around in circles.
And again,
meaning
I'm going to talk about social media in this video, but it's a parasocial. So mods are closer to you than just a viewer because you trust them, right? But then a mod itself,
like you tell me, hey, you want to go?
it's close to you, so more friendly towards you.
There's a video of me singing
You feel
on
surrounded.
the channel.
For example,
the
big content creator,
still see it.
huge content creator, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have a
But,
talk with
yeah,
all their
the video
mods.
of me
You're
talking
gonna have some meeting with all the
about
mods.
the
You're
same
gonna go
thing.
out,
I'm busy,
you know,
I'm
which is
going
actually cool to do.
Talk to me,
Right?
please. Join
But then
the
the whole thing with social
Join the
media is
live.
parasocial.
I get to talk
So,
to you guys, and I get to be close to you guys.
With
and I'm also
parasocial,
able to do my passion,
you're getting
which is
this
working.
social. I'm using this term a lot
It's
lately.
the same thing.
I know
So
it's
in
not
both
to
cases,
use, but meth.
I'm not mad because I did the same
It's a
thing.
horrible
I'm not
thing to
mad
say,
because
but
I'm
I
understanding
like
the
it.
person where they come
So
from.
meth is a
I'm
drug,
not mad
right? You get
because
addicted to
I
meth
understand
really
that
quickly.
behavior
Eating
isn't
to make you
flawed per
addicted
se.
to meth is called
something
methadone. So
that we
methadone
society
is
rates.
the addictive factor
The society
of
lately,
meth without it
I see a
being
lot of
like
people
the
shorts of
I'm not saying they
follow
should
me,
take that,
follow me,
but
follow me.
it's a
I'm not saying that
with
it's
the
the same
nicotine patch, to be
because
honest.
my
Like,
friend
because
for
it's like a
knowledge,
nicotine patch,
then
hey,
like,
you're
okay,
sure,
well,
guess
then.
what? I can go a day.
I'm like, no
I can
way.
do 2 days.
I don't
without
believe
it.
it, right?
And then
Then
slowly
the video-
speaking, just like cigarettes,
and
what
the
you
cool
do
thing with
is
those videos is you can
from what
actually
I've
see.
seen, I haven't get addicted to it. Thank God.
Oh, 25.
So when I understood is,
35, Debo.
at first you'd go with
You can
too
actually
much a
see,
day. Like, okay, well, you know what? I don't need this to
short
smoke.
asthma, show people.
And smoking is kind of like a really good example of social. So, for example, smoking.
After one
Right?
day, we
One of the
have
hardest things to
hard
stop
night.
smoking
Let's stop at
is the
night.
movement, the muscle memories. So in your brain, you're
It's a
constantly
problem.
doing this.
No, it's a problem because my
Or
brain
you're constantly
don't
doing
need to be
this,
pushed.
right? Depends
Again,
on what you're smoking.
don't need to be pushed,
And
as long
then
as you guys enjoy
you
it.
stop. So the first thing that you need is nicotine.
Today,
But then you find yourself think about nicotine. You see a lot of smoker, they're gonna suck on something. They're gonna suck on a pen, right? And that's a behavior, that's a muscle memory, something that makes you feel like home. Like, for example, the kids, the babies, you see them sucking on their tongue a lot, right? So the reason why they're sucking on their tongue is because
they're close.
their teeth are growing. So sucking on the tongue, actually appealing to the teeth, it hurts less. So then it becomes part of a.
By the way, the reason why we're not
part
gonna
of
post this today,
a comfort system.
Yes, my
right? So
wonder
they're gonna be sucking on the tongue, they're gonna have
is because my mom just
pacifier.
I cut
They're
my
gonna
hair.
chew on a pacifier and
she'll
she'll
be happy about it. So
right?
I'm gonna keep it
It's
as
not
a surprise.
hurtful. It's not a bad.
But she's also watching the
behavior.
channel, so I'm like,
And like, okay, well, you gotta grow out of this source of comfort. Right?
get something
Because you gotta
to
grow out of this
cool
source of
down the
comfort. Like, okay, well, stop sucking on your tongue. And it's hard because it's a muscle memories, right? So for that, for social behavior, it's the same thing. For example, right? I do my streams, my lives, and my life is a perfect example because I do 20 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes maximum. Because this is my social batteries. So if I did less,
that's pretty much it.
like, you know what, let's go live again. And if I did more, it would be weird because I'm like, okay, well, my social battery's kind of done. Of course, you have good days.
And at the
So
same
something
time,
that affect your behavior. So because
my
you
whole
affect your
thing with,
behavior, you're affecting every single
people
emotion.
stream,
You're happy, right?
doing
Because you
that
have
follow
good
for
behavior.
follow, likes
Or
for like, comments for comments.
you feel more
Is
social
I was
because
fucking in a bad
I'm
mood.
fucking happy. Let's share this with the world. Doesn't matter how they care.
Well, in the
Doesn't matter
bad
how
one,
they see it. I'm
my
happy.
whole experience of
You know,
it is
that's cool.
kind
It was
of
really cool, actually.
sour,
Really fucking cool.
you know?
So yeah,
Then one of my most
but
popular friends,
it's such a crazy thing because
And he's
saying,
struggling too.
at a very
He's
young
so much more
age you
popular than
establish
me.
social behavior.
He's so much
Don't
more,
bite people, don't push people, don't punch people. That's not
Yes,
nice.
so much more accomplished.
You know?
He has a channel with 2008, 2000.
But the parents, your hope is that your friend will make a lot of friends.
And he's struggling. I'm like, holy shit.
And then it's kind of crazy because
And then it's a reassuring thing because
you hope your kids will
Really
make a lot of friends, but most of these kids are fucking
Really
useless.
struggling.
And they're not gonna be good friends, right? Because they didn't learn to be good friend yet.
And
I like to say
yesterday
that I
told
was
you-
a she friend with good intention, and I have to say that right now I'm an okay friend, right? I'm an okay friend.
And this is the
I don't
positive
the
thing,
best.
right?
I don't think I'm the best.
We were doing, and
Very much so. Don't think I'm the best, but at the same time, I try.
like, for example, it's so nice. Like
Best-
the way
best behavior.
and the channel, the way it
Socially
grows is amazing
Some
because
people are gonna be smart. Some people are gonna be like
he's very supportive,
street
very
smart, book
supportive.
smart.
She watches videos.
Socially is
her
a kind of
boyfriend
smart itself.
Will now
You know
watch
how
me,
some
and the two of them they
people
sit
know
down
how
and
to
watch
get
me together.
Like
I don't know why. I think it's pretty fucking cute, you know.
That's a skill. That's a skill that you can train. It's
Yeah.
a skill that you're.
It's
kind
kind
of
of
cute.
cute.
You're born with.
And I never thought about that. I never thought,
But at the
oh,
same time,
people are
you're
gonna
gonna
watch me
womb
in Sally,
and then woundness affect people
But
in
it
different
makes
ways.
sense, you know. It could
Like an
happen.
extrovert, right?
So,
I like to talk
positively
to people. I
speaking,
like
the
to
fact that my boy
to go
isn't
out and just have fun.
is
And
struggling
then
a
an
little bit,
introvert, which is more
feeling
somebody
of
that's going to
we're
stay
all
inside
struggling
and
there's
stick to
sort of
themselves.
this,
Then the introvert,
bring
you're
us
thinking
together.
that socially
Yesterday I told you
speaking,
guys that
they're less
my phone
adept
didn't
at that, but at the same time, not. Because
because
if the
it
introvert,
updates.
which is going to be
Okay,
that's
that's
going to sound
phone
so
too.
bad,
Don't fix it.
but I don't mean it in a bad way. What if the introvert
So I was watching
had a
that
fake
with
profile,
TikTok,
not a fake
right?
profile picture, but
And
had
I saw
a
a guy, and he was young.
like it's
and
not
he
him,
was
it's not a
young,
picture.
fucking-
And
Funny
he has a
because it's hard to
complete
say because
different.
he didn't have his
It's
picture.
not really him talking.
He had a
Then the
background.
The introvert
And he was telling one of my
possibly
friends.
doesn't have a lot of confidence in
Or he
himself
was battling one of my
or
friends,
herself.
fighting, battling.
And what they do is
They were going against each other.
with that identity.
And I saw the kid.
Social identity.
He was so freaking talented.
And they can be very social, so
He
they
had
have
energy, the way he was
social
doing it,
fix.
the way he was
And then the
talking
greatest thing with
about
that
it.
is they become they stay introverted because that's in your nature, but they're
Holy shit,
becoming
this kid's talented.
more and more socially
And I see
intelligent.
myself, I'm like, am I
right?
talented?
One of the show that I
And I
like
see
the
these
most
kids
is
pop
Big
up
Bang
and
Theory. Look at season
then
1,
see
Sheldon, which is a completely inept.
So you had a battle with my
socially
friends.
speaking.
And it's a funny thing because this
the
guy
final
was
season
French.
is actually pretty good.
My friend goes in.
And then the
does some
extrovert,
random
the
house,
extrovert,
right?
who,
Randoms, and
just like me,
he's
they
only
asked to learn to
English.
take his
So
place.
he
After
speaks
that,
French, and
bro,
the
you're
guy
talking a lot, or bro, you're
very
taking our
asked
place,
his
or bro,
power to
share
share
to
to
people,
people
bro, stop cutting people off.
Galaxy.
You know?
People that he
That's
knows
socially
had
speaking.
money. He had
And then
money.
the greatest thing that ever
That's
happened
fucked up.
is that you get social
The
norms.
kid is like 14, 15 years old, so
Like, is there somebody's gonna be different? Not everybody can have their patience
possibly.
and
It's a
their
mentality
tolerance
that
of
is
socially speaking, right?
made
But then
by,
you enter a subject
you know,
of But
But
it's
it's
morally
media.
wrong.
The fact that we have a smaller channel
Like,
is
don't hurt the
something.
animals.
The fact that we are not
If you're an animal, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, it's an
by
animal."
the system or corrupted by
So
a
socially, we
system that
have
is flawed.
rules.
And that's amazing
And
because if you're corrupted by a system that is
It's a
flawed,
good
you
thing.
follow yourself.
I crazily
Coming
enough,
back to what we're talking about,
we'll go on my
coming back
scooter,
from subject
right?
at hand.
And
Because
it's not
they
a really
tend to,
social thing. However,
fight tangent
I'm here
and
with drivers, and then you have to be social. You have to be like, okay, well,
It's
it's different
just like
paths.
it's such a weird
Please
thing.
pass
One thing
and
I
be
hate
kind
the
to
most,
the
that pisses me off the most.
And that is a social interaction. And then you got the worst thing. The worst thing with that is that you realize that
You're watching,
loneliness, the cure to loneliness is just social interaction.
There's a short
And then,
montage
this is the insane part. Can you
from the
quantify
dinner.
happiness?
from the
No.
dinner.
Can you
It was nice.
can you quantify?
They didn't show engineers
That's nuts.
getting picked up.
Can you
It was nice.
quantify? Can you quantify love? No.
And
But you can quantify
me-
your social battery. So, for example, every
This is
single day,
fucking good.
you watch my time. While I
Well-
stream, talk to my parents, or I talk to my friends. Then, like, okay,
they
well,
were so
today you did
spicy.
4 hours. Yesterday you did 3
Really?
hours. The day
Serious?
before you did 4 hours. So you know that your
they're all things that
socially
will be
acceptance of
going the
3 to 4
huge
hours per day,
hours.
right? And then, of course, I'm not saying that you should dictate your own social. Your body will tell you though. Your body will tell you. Your body will tell you when you're sleepy.
You can't
Your
just
body will tell you
inspire.
when you're hungry. But it will tell you when you're lonely, right? And it's a not necessarily a coping mechanism, but a defense mechanism, right? Your body will say, hey, you need to go out. You need to talk to people. You know,
On social media,
my mom feels lonely.
people are so aggressive.
She doesn't have a boyfriend. She doesn't have a dog. She
People are
has
gonna be
me.
watching their screen.
And most of her friends are
And
retired,
I got a couple
and she
of
doesn't want to be
people in mind
retired.
that does it, but it's not like it's
But
not
also-
the end of the world.
The fact
They're
that my
not
mom
trusting people.
feels lonely, it makes her so nice because she's grateful for the people that she has. She's grateful for the time that she goes out. She's grateful for a lot of things, and
That's
it's a
complex.
nice sentiment. Her being lonely isn't a nice sentiment, but the fact that being lonely taught her the importance of having people around you and having people in your life
interesting
is
people.
great. It's amazing. It is
In bad situation.
unbelievable because
Like for example,
we take relationship for granted. We
there's an
take
older
friendship for
dude and a
granted.
young girl. Well, she's not that young.
We
She's my
take
age.
family for granted.
She's older as shit.
But then, at the same time, we take those for granted.
And the guy does come to
At the same time, you gotta need
So
those
then
people.
he watches people come in.
If and only if, okay?
For example, when did I come in?
If. Oh, this is socially
Okay, well,
insane.
guess what? Hi, how are you? I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even watch the stream. I feel bad because
If
I
you
was,
keep your friends around,
uploading
and it's the number of friends,
when you
right?
upload, people don't upload a
And you keep all those friends around, because you know deep
back
down
to FYP.
you have need for social interaction, and you don't want to be lonely.
I'm coming in, I'm coming out.
Is that a bad thing?
I'm coming out.
And I don't know if it's a bad thing.
The guy's like, hey,
Actually, I know you should be friends with someone because, well, at the same
4
time,
times in a row, hi, how are you?
you should be friends with someone because you like them, of course. But you also can be friends with people because, oh man, if I don't have this friend, I'm gonna be
Now,
lonely
why-
and I don't
why
know
am
what
I
to say. Who
sympathizing
to talk to, you know?
towards him? Because
And it's tougher.
He does battle.
And then
but
I'm seeing this in
doesn't
my
have
mom,
a good fan-
but I'm
doesn't
not
have a
seeing it in
good
my
fan
father.
base.
My
And
father
again,
who
it's
has the
whole
same
fan
girlfriend
base of content
for
creators that say, hey,
26
come to my
years.
battles, I'll come to yours.
and
You understand?
my dad, and I love him.
That's organic. And then there's a girl.
My dad
and
was
the girl is
possibly a perfect example of loneliness, of controlled loneliness, right? My dad, who used to have this garden, and he takes care of the garden 3 hours a day. That's his me time. That is his therapy time. That is
A good 4
I
or
need to
5
be
hours
alone
per
time,
day.
you know.
Who's boring?
But then you
Not a
have
lot
to
of people
can
can
talk for 4
4
years.
or 5
He's
hours.
not,
You
I should be
can't.
alone.
And why can't?
Whenever you see alone,
People are always
come
saying,
over.
yo,
Let's have breakfast together,
why
let's have supper
aren't
together,
your lives
I'm alone.
longer? Well,
And I'm like,
there's
okay,
3
well,
reasons.
As a son,
The first reason
as
is
my father, I love him.
my life,
and
when
I
I'm
understand
working
feeling
out.
lonely, you know.
would be like an hour and a half,
That's
which
what
is
I'm
pretty
like.
good already.
You call me because you're
first of
alone.
all-
You wouldn't
first
call
of
me
all,
otherwise. But is that such a bad thing?
The
That's such a
live in
simple-
itself
And a bad
is
thing?
a bit of a
Is
mess
you wrong for
because
doing that? No, you're just lonely.
I've actually talked about 45, 40,
Lonely
45
is a
minutes,
problem.
and then People come in and
If I'm
people
hungry,
come
what I'm gonna
out,
do?
and then you have to wait for
We're
people
gonna
to
eat
come
food.
in to talk to
Right.
them. So it's complex.
If
And then 45 minutes because I can do socially. I have social batteries of an hour and a half per day, 2
If I
hours.
want,
So
I will
I can do that.
I
no
need to
problem.
relax.
I have to
Watch a
people
movie,
to
take a
talk
shower.
about. There's things to talk about. So
Just calm down,
It's actually
you
pretty
know?
good. And I'm getting more of a
Loneliness is a need. It's a problem. There's a solution and there's a fix.
of a
Right.
cash no cat back.
There's also something we share. What is the reason behind war? Conquering. Greed.
regulars? Yeah.
What is the reason
Getting
behind
more
peace?
regular, which is great.
Society.
You know, when the girl, I understand what she comes
Morals,
from. So what she
values.
does,
Your morals and
Is-
values are only worth it when you're with people.
she'll be like, "Hey, how are you?"
It doesn't matter if you're
She'll
the
say your
kindest
name.
person alive when
I'm
you're
like,
alone.
dude, I just came in. I didn't
Remember
even
that you're the
talk
kindest person alive when you're with people. You
So
know?
it feels super aggressive,
values.
and I hate that. But then
Your value of
it's a
respect.
mentality, you know.
You're not being
It's a
respectful to you,
mentality
to
follow the
yourself. You're the hard worker. You're not hard working for yourself. I'm hard working for myself because I make
Imagine
content.
you
Right?
and me, so happy together,
that, you know?
family. Da, 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 da.
And I thought about this
Family,
yesterday.
So happy together.
It's tough. It's
A little
tough.
bit of imagination.
Some people
Imagine, right?
I know
That the
will do a
heart
lie because they're
of-
lonely.
Imagine yourself
and
being
then
a
they don't
shepherd
have anybody because
and following your own way when you're a sheep
Okay.
and you're just not following the herd. And then if
I
you
don't
don't
like
follow
talking
the
about
herd,
this,
then the
but
wolf are gonna eat you. You know.
because I did it myself.
We're the wolf.
People
wolves
are gonna come alive
more
and they don't
willing
have
than you
content. They
to
just
make
lonely. So they don't
See,
come in to make content. They come in because they
making
have this
content
need
for
for
me
social.
has always been
And when
about
they'll see the
how
guy, they'll get
about
excited.
having
Hey,
hard
how are
work.
you?
Well, it used to be.
I just came in.
It still is. Making content has always been about hard work. First of all. Second of all, it's
if the reason
always
behind
been
that is
about,
loneliness, can you blame them?
Putting effort and being nice. People that are
Like this
nice are
guy
pretty.
who
Will
steals.
get a better, an easier time than other
And when you
people.
ask him why he steals,
Right.
like, I kind of feel my
So then,
I need to steal to feed my family. Okay.
It's tough.
Oof.
It's tough.
Okay.
How can you say that?
And it sucks. You never want to be that guy, but you know that those guys exist,
It's tough because it should be.
You know?
It should be.
and it's tough.
A really very good way because people that
But
are nice
hey.
deserve to be. Kindness pays kindness. It pays kindness. And if you're talented, then even more talent. is
As they say in
greater
French,
kindness. Or
Shillelagh.
if you're popular, then you know.
Anyway, love you
It's
guys.
the way that you-
Take
the
it easy.
reason why you're popular.
Peace.
But now it's just we're willing to do more. For example,
Don't
we're
blink.
willing to do some drama, to face some drama to get.
Don't
into-
blink. It's your boy. Welcome to the third show. Hope you're doing well. But having a wonderful day on this noisy, rainy 7th July. With a five.
you literally
You're doing well.
changed
But having a wonderful day.
title.
Sorry about that. Today we're talking about zombies.
And then that's the nature of the beast.
Zombies.
We're just
So
trying
lately
to
I've been
make it
getting into literature
harder.
and
But
we've
then
been reading
finish
some
with that.
H.P. Lovecraft. We've been reading some old things. For example,
It's funny because a lot of the things that
Dracula.
I'm saying, oh, you
And
shouldn't
then,
do it. I do myself. You know?
We went into a deep dive, and then
For example, the
of course we had a
girl,
phase where we
she
were
possibly
listening
didn't want
to.
that. She possibly didn't die.
my
She
God.
was pissed off because
There's a
she
really good
blocked me
series.
on Instagram. She blocked me on
There's a really good series,
TikTok.
a weird series because they're werewolves.
Died.
It's kind of like a romance thing.
I
It's
died.
like okay.
I spawn. I
Um,
die. So she blocked
And
me
then what
everywhere.
about zombies? Why? Because
Now I'll
zombies
say it again.
are.
I'll say it again.
I don't know.
We weren't really finished.
I felt the need to do this because I felt like zombies are
She would only
superior
talk to me
creature.
if she needed something.
They're just a great thing,
I had
and
this really good friend. A good
they're
friend
super cool. But they weren't popularized that much. So, for example, Dracula
9,
exists
10
for
years, possibly.
almost 100 years to be
And,
honest. And zombie,
when
they
she
were
has a
popularized by
boyfriend, she
George
doesn't talk to
Romero,
people.
who kind of
Which is
invented, who kind of
admirable,
is
I
the
guess.
father of
which is cute,
zombies.
I guess, but it's just like, okay, well.
But then they were
and
popularized
she's
by
like
shows like
the
Walking
friend,
Dead.
right?
Walking Dead
And
is
then
the
she
show
texted
that
me, and
made me
the first thing that she texted
kind
me
of
was,
realize
oh,
how
she needs
cool they
something.
were. You know?
I'm like, dude.
But then you play games like
Dude,
Resident
yeah, it takes
Evil,
me so long,
and
and
then
then it
Evil
takes me
also
because
has
we
this
need
huge history,
Kind of she
and they're
behaved
infected
like
and
that.
they're also
At the
zombies.
same time, did I allow
A movie
her
that
to
came
do
8
that?
days later is Zombies.
She felt
you know?
comfortable doing
And
this.
zombies are
Did
such
I
a
allow
common
her
trope.
Did I not complain?
It makes
before?
yourself ask yourself, like, it makes you ask yourself, why?
video.
Why
people,
are zombies so
right?
popular?
I
Well, first
could
of
have
all,
said nothing. I
zombies
could have said nothing and just
are
ignore it.
human. They're not transformed. They're not supernatural being. They're infected.
The first time we did the video,
So, for
was
example,
because people
we
were-
had a cure.
We were talking to
a
me
good
and I'm
movie
like,
is
dude,
I Am
don't
Legend.
know you.
They said they found the cure
I'm
for
sorry, but
cancer.
I don't know you.
Right?
You know? I
And
know it was rude, but that was at the same time it was the truth.
it's
I
crazy
didn't know
because I'm
the
thinking
person.
about
They went
The
to
Last of
talking.
Us. Are they a zombie or are they infected? The Last of Us is probably one of the only
I get being lonely,
source of media
but if your answer
that
to
correctly
loneliness
use the
is
term
stranger,
infected.
possibly not
They're
the best
infected by
answer.
cordyceps,
You
which
can
is
do what
a
you
mushroom.
want, of course.
It is in real life.
Possibly not the best answer.
You know,
So-
with I Am Legend, they found a
Before
cure
I
for
go,
a sickness, which
something that
was
could've done to make
cancer.
your heart feel better?
And like, guess what?
So
We're gonna fix cancer, and then they did get infected.
It just
So,
felt.
oops.
It just felt the whole thing.
But the kind of the best part
that
about that.
maybe this is the way that
that's
other people
good.
do it. You know, I don't know.
It was really good.
And then
Getting bitten
I
by
was getting mad
mosquitoes
because somebody
or
came
bitten
in
by zombies.
my life.
And
they were
it's the
talking to me,
factor
and then
of, she was like, there's just no stopping them.
And she
So,
showed
for
me-
example,
she showed me a full
zombies
face, whatever I
aren't
get.
these great being, aren't
Okay,
these
that's cool.
amazing. Like, for example, you
same
take
thing,
a
send me
vampire,
another.
they're super strong, right? A vampire has this weakness,
Oh,
but
you
zombies
said that.
don't have weakness.
Then
They're
the
just
third
weak,
week,
they're
she
just
sent me
slow,
a video, and I
right?
asked her the question.
And it's such a common trope.
And she just sent me posts.
At
She
the
didn't
same
send me
time,
like a comment. She sent me posts.
with zombies, for example,
And she
Walking
said,
Dead,
well, I like
there's
your
really cool
post,
effects
fine.
with
Like, fuck.
and I'm gonna get some hate. I love
But then
Vampire
for her, it was
Diaries.
normal.
But you look at
And I
Vampire
think
Diaries,
I-
they have
I-
fangs.
yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Because-
They'll do something with the eyes.
Intent is
For a
for-
zombie, you can really go forward. Like the zombies with the
what she
arm on his
did
face,
for
right?
her wasn't that. Maybe
You
what
can
I did
really
was
go
that.
ahead and do some cool shit.
No,
But it's just
scratch that.
it's just the
The
way
way
you
I
build
answered
you
her,
of a
the way I
zombie.
treated her after that.
No matter how they get, a zombie is what is something that
Oh,
comes up from the
definitely.
dead, right? It's an undead. We used to call them undead, by the way.
Here's a chance.
Before people start using the term zombies, it was
Bullshit.
undead. And it's just so fucking cool because it's just such an interesting concept. So for undead,
That's-
we're always afraid of the dead and possessed and
It was
evil
normal
spirits,
for her.
right? With zombies, it's more so like they're infected. In Resident Evil, they could bite you and you could kind of like, okay, well, I got transformed because I got bitten, right?
You know this kid
kind
in
of
your
nice,
class,
kind of
and
really nice,
your friend group.
kind of fucking really
That they
nice.
know how to
you know?
share, right? And then
And
you
then
ask yourself, what can you
zombies.
share?
Janice was kind of against Resident Evil.
Well,
because
because this kid-
7.
It's
I
not
can understand
siblings.
why, because they're not
And you
really
have siblings.
infected. They're more so like mold. Like ugh, it's not the same thing, right? And it's very pure.
It was
Because with zombie, but the cool thing is,
bothering
in
you
movies like 28 Days Later, in movies like
It was being alive.
Life of Us, you can kind of see them very, very human,
The
right?
number of flies on
And
my-
then
on my
the
leg.
coolest thing that they did in Walking Dead is at the time
all because
they could say, well, this guy has been a zombie for a while because he's decomposed.
And then, yesterday we
the
didn't
zombie
have
just
flies
turned.
on our
He
hands,
just
so
turned
that
because
means
he's kind of looking normal.
possibly dead skin.
Just a great thing. And then with zombies, there's breeds of zombies.
And those kids has a problem. That is
Like one of the things that does it really well is Days Gone.
the person possibly didn't.
Days Gone does it really
wrong.
well. It does an evolution,
The
right?
problem is, and I'm gonna say something that people are gonna hate. But I
Days
don't
Gone is
care.
actually a really good game.
You know when there's a dude
Yeah.
who like
So
slides
the zombies,
you in,
the zombies are
just trying to get
control
into
are
into your
amazing.
pants. And then
Just
he gets
so
caught, and his
much.
answer is, "Well,
Then you
don't
can
blame the
change.
game.
Like
Don't
you want to
blame
have
the player, blame the game."
For example,
No,
it would be so
you-
simple. You take, for
Isn't it the
example,
same thing,
I'm
though?
playing Gundam. I'm a
It's
little
the same
Gundam.
thing. It's
Gundam.
the nature of
Technically
beast.
speaking, you take a giant robot. That's Gundam.
And the craziest thing is, I never
but I'm
asked
also,
myself the question.
for example,
of,
Pokemon.
how do people do it? How do people do
It's
it?
a trope of Pokemon, like zombies.
Are they
are
asking
all
for
that.
like you
For
share?
Pokemon, it kind of look too human. For a Gundam,
Are they
it kind of look
asking
too small.
you to come to their
Like,
life?
it's gonna be weird, you know. But a zombie, you can pretty
Are
much
they-
whatever you want. And then Romero kind of
Huh?
did the rule of zombies.
I just don't know.
So because he was kind of behind it being popularized,
Yeah.
like, okay, well, zombies are the way to go. This is the way. So when you use zombie, you kind of have
That's
to.
annoying. That's annoying.
Not that-
It's
you don't have to do
big
shit, but
problem.
you kind of have to
Not
respect
not only
the
for
lore
me,
on
but for a
them.
lot of people.
They're not a new thing.
Because
now,
this
for example,
is
you take a
your,
guy
the
like
whole thing. This is
H.P.
your
Lovecraft,
whole
which introduced a lot of things. For
demeanor.
example,
This is your
Cthulhu, which is
whole
a god.
agenda.
Now H.P. Lovecraft is behind Cthulhu, right? And I don't think a lot of people, except for him, use Cthulhu. Now this is not true. A lot of people use
worst thing
Cthulhu,
is, like,
but at the
for
same
example,
time,
OnlyFans.
nobody made a movie about Cthulhu.
I'm on Reddit.
Except for H.P. Lovecraft, they make a book.
I'm kinky.
So it's kind of nice. And then with zombies also,
And there's a bunch
is-
of kinky people on Reddit.
I think
And
With
there's a lot
Walking
of people
Dead.
promoting their OnlyFans.
what they did that was really cool.
Usually when
was
somebody promotes their
they
OnlyFans on
literally-
Instagram, I block them.
Literally.
No, because I don't respect them.
Like, hey,
because-
listen, dude, ouch.
I don't need you to tell me that your OnlyFans is the best. I don't need to tell you that. I don't need to tell you. I don't.
The cool thing with
need to tell
Walking
me
Dead
that your
was they
OnlyFans
literally
is
like,
free.
okay, well,
I don't need to tell
you know
me
this person, can you kill
for
me?
to tell me that. Oh, I'm
You know?
special.
What is the main
I don't
character,
need to
which
tell
is
you,
Morgan?
I fucked this girl last week. Yeah, you should check it out.
His wife, she opened the door, and she killed his son.
But then
Then when it was time to kill his son,
it
he couldn't
became
do it.
at Stu, how far are you willing to
Couldn't
go?
do it.
And
Like, what would you do
then
with your neighbors? It's
I was
insane.
watching the show, and it was with
It's insane.
Mordecai.
What would you do?
I was watching XQC, and it was Welcome to Mordecai.
And the thing with the
It's like,
zombies
how
is
are you
it's
so
multiplying,
successful on
and they're next to
OnlyFans?
unkillable.
And she
for
said
example, when
it
we
was
talk about the
about
rules,
how
you know, like
fucking
George
Romero
Romero said that you have to kill the brain, right?
She's talking about a girl
Walking
that's
Dead,
one of
that's
the
the way
most
to go.
popular. And the only thing that she does is
Walking Dead is
fuck
possibly
giant
one of the
dildo.
most complete piece
And
of
she's quite
zombies.
small. She's a
But then at the
she's
same
a small
time,
girl.
in Walking
Because
Dead,
she's small, it looks
the enemy
like
aren't
it's
the zombies
humongous.
anymore. They're the
People watch them.
the sanctuary. They're the terminus. They're
That's how she got a career.
the wolf.
And who am I
they're
to judge?
the,
Oh, this is weird. Oh, this is different. Fuck
the
that.
claimer. Another one I didn't watch.
I'm thinking what I'm trying
That's
to say
pretty
is
much it,
if I
right?
found
On
this
the
road to
zombies or not.
success.
But then with Walking
What do I
Dead,
do
at
with
the
it?
end, what we do is
The
we
answer is I
the
don't know.
real fear of zombies. And the
I
real
don't
fear
know.
of zombies is what?
Anyway,
the real fear of zombies
I'm
is
gonna
what
video.
evolves.
I
Some
love
of
you
them
guys.
can
Take it
open
easy.
door. Some of them can grab a rock and destroy windows. Some
So
of them can
before
climb
you
surfaces.
go,
You know?
was there something
They're kinda cool.
you could have done to make your heart
Yeah, the
feel
zombies
better?
are the superior creature. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna say something about the humanity behind it, but it could be said for vampires and werewolves. Let me know your favorite creature in the comments. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. They're doing well because they're having a wonderful day. Because they're doing well on this 7 July 2025. Today, I'm coming in with bad news. It is the Diofield Chronicle. Diofield Chronicle is it's not a big bad news. With the Diofield Chronicle, what happened is I forgot, or I thought I did, but I didn't. I thought I uploaded part 2 of Battlefield Chronicle, but I didn't. I'm gonna have to restart. Now, it's not a big deal because we have 2 hours, about 3 hours of the game we played. So it's not a big deal, but at the same time, it kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm gonna have to restart from 0. So you're gonna see version number 2. It's cool because we're not that far in the game. It's not cool because I don't like the game that much. But yeah, we fucked up. So if you're seeing some double content, my apologies. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, next. What is the next one? Don't blink, it's your boy Yank. Welcome to the show. You guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this. Oh, guess what? July 2025. Today, we're talking about Ocarina of Time. And I know you're gonna find me annoying with that, Ocarina of Time, but it's just such a wonderful game. And we're talking about real life also. So, you know my favorite game is Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask world never felt real. For some reason, Ocarina of Time world felt really real. The plains, the horse riding, the lake, the mountain, it felt very real. The cars. It felt really weird. Very real. I don't know what's about Majora's Mask that doesn't really convince me that it's real. But then I was seeing, like, for example, the cloud and the rain, and it just brings me back to Ocarina of Time. And then I thought about this before. I made a video about this before, about how I'm looking at clouds and I'm like, oh my god, it makes me remember Hyrule. I'm looking at plane, it makes me remember Hyrule. And then I'm asking myself the question, why do I care so much? What is it about Ocarina of Time that really completely changed my perception of video games? And then it kind of is something that is impressive because I don't know if it's nostalgia or if the game was just well made or above its time. On Nintendo 64, that was what I grew up with. I played 8 games that had wonderful games.
I'm gonna be saying, you're gonna see
Mario
me
Kart.
itching a lot and
Mario
playing
64.
in a weird fashion.
Zelda
We just
Ocarina of
ate
Time.
some super spicy
Dark.
chips,
Majora's Mask.
which were Rojo,
Banjo
Lilo, no, Hot Ones,
Spider-Man.
Pringles,
And Donkey Kong 64.
It was Rojo.
Yeah, that was the game that I played the
we just
most.
went to the bathroom, so.
And Ocarina of Time,
See, we're in pain.
I have to
when
say,
we're
is a game that
in
grew up
pain.
the better,
We're doing a video,
the best.
which is kind of
I
a
can't
cool,
talk today, I'm
really
sorry.
cool concept. Again, this is
See,
not
with the
planned,
nostalgia
so
of Ocarina of
all
Time
I'm saying is
is you can
non-filtered,
tell that-
non-planned, and
Oh,
non-written.
dude.
It's kind of cool. It
I
is
remember
the
that,
importance of making
But then you look at it
content.
today, and
so
of course
I did
the
a dozen
graphics
video
aren't great.
of making
They kind of grew
content,
up
and now it's my
nicely.
passion.
Kind of
Is it still my
aged
passion?
nicely.
Yes. It is still my
The
dream.
game is still very
absolutely.
enjoyable. The game
And
is
I'm
still
realizing
a
just how
masterpiece.
different life is. You know,
It's one of the best games
And,
ever made, right?
it's a weird
And if
thing
it's nostalgia,
because we look about maturity.
then
and
me
this
seeing
is
this,
a huge step in
like
maturity.
for example, right? You're gonna see a movie or a friend. You remember that time that you passed together?
4 last
right?
years.
Like, oh yeah, that was kind of cool.
Covenant has been the main
But with a game, it's
driving
different
force.
because with a game, you're like,
when it was
I shouldn't be seeing this in real life.
Twitch, when it was
especially
streaming,
how
it was,
bad the
I
graphics
can't wait to
were.
go home to stream.
Right? And
Oh, I'm
you're
gonna do a
seeing
couple
real life and
clips
like
when
it just
was
reminds
YouTube, okay,
you.
I'm gonna post. When it was TikTok,
Just reminds you when
okay,
I'm seeing
we'll
like
go live.
huge
We used to
pouring,
go live twice a day. You know,
huge downpour of rain.
and the first
I'm
time
thinking
I
about
really see the difference. Some difference is
Kakariko Village.
when we started to work. That's what we're working right now.
Kakariko Village and
And I was like, okay, well,
the
guess
rain.
what?
You know,
It completely changed my
it's
perception.
fantastic.
For
It's just
example, like
insane
hey,
because
today, priorities.
I don't
working.
know if I'll
You
ever
have
find a
to
game
build,
that does that.
right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do less content, right?
And if it is
then we
nostalgia,
start having day off.
is it a
because,
need?
we did so much.
Is it purposeful?
One of those
So I feel the need to do that
one
and
of
this
those
and
weird
this and that and this.
The more you do, the less there's to do.
Or just because I'm grateful
It's
for the
not
game. I'm
constant.
grateful
So,
for the memories.
example,
I'm
if you
grateful
lost
that the
the
game
first
exists.
day, you're not gonna get the
You know?
work for the next day, so they'll cut
It's
your
nuts.
hours. And if you don't work hard
And
enough, they'll
it's
cut your.
really weird because
they'll
if you
fire you.
weren't there back
Second
then,
of force into
I don't
finding
think
a
you would
good balance
understand.
between I'm working hard,
But somehow,
and
if you were there, you
but
know
I'm keeping
exactly
something
what I
for
mean.
tomorrow, right? So
And that's
a
kinda
lot of
crazy.
double check. A lot of double
It's
check.
really kinda
Say,
crazy.
I'm not sure about my count.
If we're doing it,
I
you
just
don't
don't
know.
The boss says,
I
did you
just
go
don't
and count
know.
that? I'm not sure about my count. I want to make sure because the quality and
Stuff.
of my work is important. So okay, no problem.
Because you want to have the answers, right?
That's how you do it. This is how
This
you
game-
trick
this game
your
meant a
boss
lot
into
to me.
thinking that you're working hard. The same thing twice, and you say,
Or
yeah,
you
I
need
care
to
about
much.
quality.
And how does it translate? A game
Those are for you
means to
guys.
you, but then something that meant something to you years ago.
I
How
can't
does it
think
translate to right now? If I tell you
that
to
there
here.
have been days,
See,
there's
I'm in a
been
position
weeks
where
I haven't spent a lot.
blessed position.
And I was like, you know
played
what?
enough games in my
Content
life
takes over.
where
Content
I know exactly
is
what I want to play.
the
And when I
manufacturer
play
as
a game,
to
to
whether
have
we do this
games that I
well,
can
we're
play
not gonna
2,
do
3
this.
times.
Um,
And then there's a
it
whole
was
year that passes because there's so
absolutely
many of them.
the main
And then you
part.
can restart and you don't
And like,
remember
oof,
because you
okay.
play so many games.
What am I supposed to do? You know?
And it's the same thing for music. I'm okay with the music that I have right now. I don't need new
What's
music. Does that
The
mean that
phone
I
is
shouldn't
hot.
get new music? It doesn't mean shit.
No
Does it
shit,
mean that
brah.
I shouldn't play new game? It doesn't
No
mean
shit, brah.
You know? So it's kind of nice
Before I
knowing.
go, was
Kinda
there
nice knowing.
something I could have done? So then,
I just don't know. I just don't know.
when it was time to go to sleep, and I'm like, yo, dude, you have to go to sleep because you're
It's a
working
good
tomorrow.
memories, but at the same time, and it's such a weird feeling.
Even at my old job, I was like,
seeing something, for example, the cloud, and it reminds you of okay.
And I feel
enough
like,
time.
okay,
It's a
well,
great
this is a
thing.
job, and I'm looking
Yeah,
to
such a
have
good
this
time
job.
because of that.
I haven't
But
worked
then
in a
at
while,
the same time,
and it's like a
like,
secure
oh,
job,
fuck.
so I have
Every
to
day
give
could
my
pass,
all.
move
Otherwise, I'm
on.
gonna get fired. I guess.
Where does it mean of moving on come
My
from?
last job felt a bit more secure.
Is this a
more
pressure by
stable,
society?
Second home. This one
Is
feels like
it because there's a
just
whole world
moved
out
here,
there?
and we're not
Because
gonna
I
need
need
to
to.
roommates.
I'm told.
You can't kick
I'm being
us
told
off,
to
you
move
know?
on. I'm being
They
told
can't
that.
kick.
Well, you're such
They
an
can't
age. You should
kick us
have a
off.
wife and kids. You know.
So
In
it's
reality,
tough.
they
It's
don't
really.
know.
It's not really tough. I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining.
Complaining,
Different kind of things.
But there's a charm
Yeah,
behind it.
of course. It's tougher.
And it's
a lot
a
tougher.
cycle because
But at the same
if you
time,
feel that you don't need to try new stuff, then whenever you see something that reminds you of the game, will remind you of the game. Because you didn't try new stuff to replace it. But in the flip of it, that you want to play something isn't good.
It's more of a dream come true.
One thing that should be replaced. And
Dream
then
come true is balance.
there's
The dream come true
completely
was
different things. For
absolutely
example,
balance. I
Kingdom
wanted
Hearts,
to be able to do X,
which I
Y,
have
Z,
to wait
and do
13
them
years for the third
probably
game.
each.
At the time, I
not
didn't
thinking
care.
about why
Little
I'm doing
nightmare.
X and not
Which is one of my favorite games.
wanting to finish W when I'm doing X. You know,
To just release the third one, and I don't
I
care.
want to be I
don't
want
care
to
about
be
it.
able to do things in life.
You know?
For example, we always
Is
hear
it because
the sentence
I'm
like,
getting
"Oh, when you
older?
laugh,
And
you
those
laugh.
memories to
When
me
it's time to
are
laugh, you
precious.
laugh.
You
When
see
it's
older
time to
people
relax,
talk
you
about,
relax.
oh, when I was young, when I was
I'm
young,
never
when I was
able to do
young.
that because
Am I at that age? Am I at that point where I'm saying,
multitasking
when I was
ways.
young, we had this game called
So
Ocarina
yes,
of
it's a bit
Time.
more complex, a bit more
The graphics were great for the time. I don't know.
And it sucks.
I don't know. It's a great thing, but it's a bad thing.
To be able to do that. But the weight of
Because your memory is a safe place. Nostalgia is a safe place.
priorities.
But the fact that you
It's a good
need
way. You wanna see
nostalgia
something you care about,
is not
something you
good.
want.
Because
Ask
you
yourself what
need
is more
nostalgia
important.
mean that the current place
The
that you
longer
are
of list, the longer
doesn't feel
the
safe
list
enough.
of more
You're
important
coping with
stuff is, the less
nostalgia.
you
You're
care
coping
about.
with a
If
place
you
of
think that
comfort.
you like, it should be first, right?
That is not good.
Now there's the exception.
Anyway,
family,
love you guys.
family
Take it
come
easy.
first.
Peace.
Your wife come first. If you have not legal, marital problem, fix them. You know, it's that kind of important. It is important. You should always take care of shit. You should always make sure that what you're doing it well. You should always make sure that, okay, well, guess what? Right now I'm doing this, fuck that. Simply because there's shit to do. You know, simply because there's shit to do. At the same time, simply doesn't shit to me. The simply doesn't shit to me doesn't mean it shit to them. You can be in a position where they say, oh, he doesn't do X, Y, Z. Like, you know what? I didn't have
Welcome to the Commentary Show. We're going to walk that having a wonderful day on this 7 July 2005. Today we are tasting a new product.
Okay, well, guess what?
We're tasting Bubble Lou, which is a
Why?
gum
Because I don't know if I'm
product.
gonna keep the job.
Which you
I don't
guys
know if
look
I'm gonna
at
keep the job.
perfect
It's not a question of
design.
It's a question of there's so many people that
And
are
we're
looking
tasting,
forward right now.
we're tasting
jungle. You have this piece of
bananas.
meat,
It's
chocolate,
a
everybody
Spanish
wants,
product.
and they'll kill you for
do
it.
sabor
Yeah.
platano,
Watching Squid Game,
which is possibly plantain.
this is why we're talking like that, but still,
Goma de mascarpone. Whoa.
very, very different.
I never had these.
Very different.
Kind of interesting because we don't have this in Canada.
But at the same time,
We don't have these, so this is
that's
a newest product.
with making content.
It's not really banana-ish,
The ideas are
which
so
is nice.
better. Like for example, right? I'll have it then. I won't have it tonight. I said, you know what? Today you're making this video. You're making this video, and the rest of the time you'll just do a recap, right? It's been working really nicely.
Oh, that's great.
You're working really, really, really nicely. Now I am a bit more procrastinating.
That is great.
But then it's because I'm tired from work, you know. And then because I don't think I'm getting enough social from work, so I'm looking
Liz.
for a
Otherworldly.
dose of social. It's like we're doing meth, but we're taking methadone, which is the addictive part, but not the drug part. Well, it is a drug part, but not the getting high part. It is the addictive part. So yeah, so and
No, because
it
it tastes- it tastes
better,
banana.
like a better lifestyle. You know,
It's very
I'm
subtle.
sleeping better. I'm
The
thinking
jelly
better. I'm
itself.
enjoying life a bit better. You know,
It's the banana, but
when we
more
had
so tastes the jelly.
the party, I realized how much I missed, socially speaking. You know,
It's really nice.
real friend.
I didn't think I was gonna like it.
Girlfriend is a real fear because
I wanted to taste it,
I'm
but
not
for
saying it
anything
as a fucking asshole. But
Should
if
be
you find
nice.
like a person my age that's single,
So
there's a
Bubble
problem
Lou.
with him or with her.
But the flavor,
You know?
is a success.
Oh, there's a lot of
Tell the
problem
truth.
with me. There's a lot of problem, but the good girlfriend, the good boyfriend, they're gone. They're gone. They were gone from the first shot. The second people stop fucking around and wanting one night stand, they're freaking that they're looking for something that's potentially important. Don't go for this person, right? It's nuts. Just did a video about a little rant. I had somebody block me today because she's always sending me the live, and she's sending me the live multiple times a day. And I told this person, listen, it's too much. Stop sending it to me. And he got mad. He blocked me. Your priority is making content. My priority was making content, you know? I understand how they feel. I don't know if I would block the person, but I understand how they feel. I understand how sickening it is and how mad you can get. When my parents told me, hey, you're not gonna be able to make content.
Wait a second.
They were trying to protect me. They also understood that there was more to life than just making that, right? And then I often talk about, oh, I'm doubtful. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's a good thing because you care and you're asking yourself questions. But now, oh my God, look at this. This is beautiful. The wave, holy, a really nice day today. A really nice day. But there's always this there's always this question of what's my priority? What is the important part for me? And when we're doubtful, and I don't think doubting is a bad thing. I was afraid of doubting 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But now I don't think it's bad. Like, for the job that I have right now, do I see myself doing it for 12 years, 15 years, 16 years, 17 years? No. Do I see myself doing a couple of years there? Absolutely. Absolutely. I would be happy to be that. You know? And then when you think like that, you think that, okay, well, there's a sacrifice that I need to make. When I keep that job, I need to make sacrifices. You know? And these are all lessons that your friends understood. Like, for example, you ask them, hey, you wanna go for a beer? It's like, I'm working tomorrow. You call them a pussy because, oh, dude, one beer's not gonna change shit. No, dude, they understood something that you didn't. They understood that the more important part was work. To pay for my fucking rent. You know? It's a lesson.
I fucked up. I
And
don't
then
have.
you realize that the priority shouldn't be content. It shouldn't be working too. It should be about life and how much fun you can have and how much you can enjoy life. Yeah. Do you enjoy life? Like I know people that are spending days doing something that they think that they want to do, and they don't do it. You know. I know people that want to try and make content, and they're not starting because they're afraid of the reception they're gonna get. You know. Like that's precious time, bro. That's precious time. That's really precious time. You heard from so many people, life is short. And then like, oh, you full of shit. It's not that short. They didn't realize what they meant. They meant that it's short when you want to do something. It's short when you want to take care of business. It's short when. It's short when every day, right? It's short when you realize how much time you've lost. This is kind of where it's a bit harder. So what could you say we last time?
Good.
Go a little. Apologies. Dominic Wang, welcome to the whoa. Dominic Wang, welcome to the commentary show. Because being woke for having a wonderful day on the 6th July 2025. This is part 2 of finding balance. And I wish I could tell you that I was tired. No, the battery is overheated. So I don't want it to overheat because I'm gonna go sleep a little bit. Because I am tired. But talk about wasting time. And then you realize that what I do waste time. Well, watching the same movie, watching the same series, playing the same games, you know? Talking to people that didn't care about me. Talking to people like wanting to be more than friends with a girl that never had any idea of you dating, of the two of you dating. Wasting people with time that won't give you the time of day.
Votre correspondant n'est pas joignable pour le moment. Veuillez laisser un message après.
Oh shit.